This is my FR-S. It's my daily driver. I take it everywhere. I even go get the groceries in it. I take it to work, I go on assignment, and it's great at doing all those things. But I can't help but wonder that I'm missing out on the most important part of this car. So I've come down to the local track to take this car to its limits. Okay, so I admit to being a bit of a noob on the track. But every time I've been on the track, it's been with someone else's car. This is my car, and I'm a little bit worried about torturing it. I imagine I'm not the only one with that problem. So let's see if we can take both myself and my car to our full potential. So first off, I made sure that my car was ready for the track. That involved checking the oil, tire pressure, and cleaning out all that junk in my car. I also brought along a colleague who's experienced at this track, so he can help teach me the line and point out some of the more important features. Now the FR-S is a modern day interpretation of the age-old sports car. Rear-wheel drive, low weight, 6-speed gearbox, and a low center of gravity. All of that should come together right here on the track. Now it's not terribly powerful at just 200 horsepower, but it's got a wide power band and is pretty linear in its delivery. Now the first few times I went around the track, I kept traction control fully on. That allowed me to practice with the car and get to know some of its limits. Then I put it in sport mode, and that gave me a little bit more freedom with the car. So putting the car in sport mode allows me to get it a little bit more sideways. Like that. This car is a bit different than some of the other sports cars out there. It's what you would call a momentum car. That means you get to carry a lot more speed going into some of the turns. Unlike in a Mustang or a Camaro, where you slow down a lot and you can make up for the speed on the straights. So one of the trickier things I'm learning today is how to deal with late apexes. Now those are different than some of the normal turns that you encounter on a track, and you've got to know exactly when to brake and when to turn in. Now late apexes mean that you've got to do it all a little bit later. And if you're not prepared for it, you're going to go in, brake early, and lose a lot of your speed going into the turn. Now these are the stock tires, and there's a little bit of an issue with them. They just don't grip, and they're squealing all over the place. That's okay for a beginner like me, but the next time I come back, I'm going to switch these out for much grippier tires. Now the car's perfect balance and low center of gravity make it really ideal for a beginner on a track. And it's really working well here. I can always sense what the car is doing at all times. I'm learning a lot now. I'm learning about the track. I'm learning about the car. I'm learning about my limits. I really encourage anyone with a sports car like this to at least give it a shot on the track and let the car live the way it's supposed to. I got over my fear of taking the car to the track, and I learned a lot about myself and the car. But there's always room for improvement, so I can't wait to come back.